This is a review for the book called How to Prepare for the RPR and the RMR Exams. It is a book published by the NCRA. I do not recommend this book. I don't like it. I feel it's a waste. The first half of the book talks about the RPR and the RMR, what to expect, the rules, how to prepare, meaning what to bring, when to have your payment in, such like that. And this is all stuff that you can get from the NCRA website, and it's also stuff that when you register for your test, you'll receive an email stating what you need to bring and how to behave and whatnot. The other half of the book are articles that have been contributed by other reporters, and it says things such as how they pass a test, meaning one person could say, oh, I did a lot of finger drills. Another would say, I spent 2 hours each day practicing, etc., etc. So the first half of the book I feel is definitely not needed, and the other half I really feel this is stuff that you know, but you just need to know what works for you. This is also stuff, a lot of these things that are referenced in here are things that are on my LadySteno website. These are things also mentioned all over depoman.com, stenolife.com, etc. So I don't think you should buy this book. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth anything. I think they should pay me for reading it. Okay, now the second book is a companion book, and it's called Practice Questions for the RPR and the RMR. And this book I do recommend. I highly, highly recommend this book. This book is what I credit to passing the test, the RPR written test. It's divided into sections of medical questions, English questions, legal questions, questions regarding deposition and court procedures, and also questions regarding technology. Not all questions are in the RPR format. However, there is an answer key, and that's the best part about it, because a lot of these questions are actually found on the test. I would say more than 50% of what was on that test was actually in this book. And you have to get a 70 to pass, so there's 100 questions. So this is definitely the book to get, especially if you don't know where to begin. How I practiced was, or studied while using this book, was I went by section, and I would write the answers on a separate piece of paper, and then I would test it myself. Like, I would go through the answer key and see what I got right and what I got wrong. And then after, I'd go actually inside the book and I'd actually highlight the correct answers. And then, I would see which questions I got wrong, and or which ones I just, got right because I was lucky or whatever, stuff that I actually needed to study, and I'd use these little Post-its so I could get back to it and have it ingrained in my brain. And this is the book to get to practice for the RPR. I only could speak on behalf of the written portion of the RPR because I have not taken the RMR written. But another thing I do have to say for the RPR written is that I really think that anybody who's been freelancing for at least a year should pass this test with no problems. There's vocabulary questions is this word used correctly, or things with synonyms, synonyms, and there's also in the legal questions, there's stuff like Latin terminology. This is things that you probably know from everyday living. Medical terms, some people have medical experiences, they will know. And with, to get a 70%, it's pretty attainable with some life experience and some working experience. But if you really feel you need help, I really, really recommend getting this book. And it can be purchased on the NCRA website, and you can check eBay and Amazon. Sometimes they're there for cheap. But like I said, I recommend this book, the practice questions. But the other one, How to Prepare, I don't think it's a good book. I don't think you should spend your money on that. All right.